Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to WHU TV. You know who I am. I'm not going to do the intro anymore. It's pointless. You guys know who, the returning people, you guys know who I am. Here are my thoughts for West Ham 0, Brentford 2. Strap in, guys. It's going to be a roller coaster of a conversation. It really, really is. For those that are watching the premiere, put your comments in the live chat. And for those that are watching the replays, put your comments in the comments section below, because I really want to know what you guys are thinking. At the time of this recording, we are 2 subscribers away from 2,200. So please, if you haven't already done so, please do hit the subscribe button. Please set your notification to all if you haven't already done so, to make sure that you know when new content is going up. And please also do like and share this content as well. Now, let's start off by talking about the team sheet. Fabianski in goal. Not to sound too much like Paul from the Three Hammers on the previous podcast they did, or anybody else, but how many more mistakes does Fabianski have to do before he gets dropped? We'll talk about his mistake that led to the first goal for Brentford, but seriously, why on earth is Fabianski still starting? I understand that Moyes has his favourites, but why the hell? Seriously. We were a back three, a back five, and sometimes a back four, but the back five was basically Soufal, Dawson, Ogbonna, Creswell and Emerson. Soufal and Emerson as the wing backs, which I called in the preview. Rice and Paquetá in the defensive midfield positions, stroke midfield. Bowen, Scamacca and Benrahma up front. Now, to be honest with you, I was very happy to see that Scamacca was up front. Really, really was. You know, because obviously Antonio led the line for the majority of the Arsenal, in fact all of the Arsenal game on Boxing Day. Didn't really do much. Scamacca comes in, had a couple of attempts, but didn't really do much. I don't want to keep going over the same old ground, guys, but by I can't even bring myself to say it. It's really doing my head in. You know, but by Albert Einstein's definition of insanity, as we've referred many times before on this video, as on this channel, sorry, I should say, as have many others on social media and various platforms, YouTube included, David Moyes is insane. David Moyes is insane. He's putting out exactly the same tactics and expecting different results. That's Albert Einstein's definition of insanity. So therefore he's insane. We're not going to be getting any decent performances out of this position in any shape or form. We're just not. It's not happening at all. First goal that was conceded, a mistake from Fabianski. Parodies it straight out to Ivan Toney. Boom, back at the back of the net, and we're losing 1-0. Second goal, Creswell gets absolutely turned, and boom, it's in the back, and it's in the back of the net. Boom, 2-0 at half time. It was absolutely pathetic. Pathetic is an understatement of how I'm really feeling, guys. It really, really is an understatement. Things shouldn't be this bad. We have such a talented lineup. Granted, probably one of the eldest defences in the Premier League. It's just been born out of necessity, unfortunately. But at the same time, guys, as I said, it shouldn't be this bad. It really, really shouldn't be this bad. The only players that seemed to give a shit in the first half was Rice, Benrahma, and to a lesser extent, Bowen. Scamacca, he's still got a free pass with me at the moment, because I do genuinely think we need to give him some more time to get used to the league and get used to everything. But at the same point, he was sitting there in the number 10 role. It's like we were playing with a false 9. It was ridiculous. It really, really was good. Rice was trying his best. Paquetá was borderline pathetic for a lot of the game. But at the same point, guys, this game shows the differences in between David Moyes and Thomas Frank, right? Second half rolls around. Within, 10, 15 minutes of the second half, Frank makes 2 substitutions. Moyes does fuck all at half time. We had a really good bench. We had Fornals on the bench. We had Antonio on the bench, where we obviously came on for Scamacca later on, around about the 65th minute, if I remember correctly. You know, we had Lanzini. We had players on the bench David Moyes was a big advocate for 5 substitutions. He made 2. He did 1 against Arsenal. He's done 2 today, or tonight, or last night by the time you guys get to see this video. It's just not good enough. It really isn't good enough anymore. I can understand that loads of people were leaving about the 75th minute. Loads of people. We made Brentford look like Arsenal. We genuinely did. One of the reasons why David Moyes said in the second about the second half was we were the better team was because Brentford sat behind the ball. They let us play because they knew how to defeat us. They knew we had absolutely fuck all. We don't know how to defend. We don't know how to attack. The midfield is practically close to non-existent. I just don't get how David Moyes can be this stubborn and this fucking dopey. By the end of this weekend's fixtures, going into the new year, we will be in the bottom 3. I guarantee it. We started this game a point above it. I guarantee we're going to be into the bottom 4. If we're not, it's going to be a mass. We certainly will be by the time the Leeds game rolls around on Wednesday. It's an absolute fucking piss take. David Moyes, as I've said it many times, David Moyes has hit his glass ceiling. This is as far as he can take us. And I love him. He's been brilliant for us. But the last 2 seasons, prior to this season, he can't be riding on that credit wave. He can't. It's just, there's no ideas. I mean, genuinely, I'm not joking. There was a little kid behind us, a few rows behind us, probably no more than 8 or 9 years old. Halfway through the second half, even that kid was shouting options. It's just not good enough. I do genuinely think, I didn't want to say this in the preview, and I didn't want to say this in the live stream when we watched the Arsenal game together, but I think David Moyes has lost the majority of the dressing room. I really think he has. The difference between Brentford tonight, who played fantastically well, even though they were shocking, but they were better than us. And the difference between West Ham is Brentford played for each other. Last season, we played for each other. The season before that, we played for each other. We're not seeing that this season. Rice is not a leader. He gives all the gab in the post-match interviews. He gives it. But he talks the talk, but he don't walk the walk. I love the guy, but I've questioned his leadership beforehand. He is not captain material. He's not. He's a victim of his own ego from that point of view. He really is. It's really starting to worry me. But guys, as always, thank you very much for your time. As I said at the start of the video, please put your comments in the comment section below. There's going to be no timestamps in this video because I'm only saving those for the previews. But yeah, guys, I genuinely hope you have a really good new year. The Leeds preview will be up on Monday night, so keep an eye out for that. We'll hopefully be doing the watch along on Wednesday night as well, for that matter. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And as I said, make sure your notifications are set to all so you get to know when new content is going up. But in the meantime, guys, have a fantastic new year. Drink way too much to try and numb this pain that we're going through at the moment. And I'll see you very soon. All the best now. Take care.